All right, how's that? Is that better? I think the problem was last time I was using my wireless mic, and this time, whoa, this time I'm using the one on the webcam. Um, so let me swap over. Hold on. Let me bring up my my wireless mic, and then I'll swap back over, and you guys let me know if that's working better. So let's go back. All right, there we go. Sorry, guys. That's what I get for doing a rush job, jumping on quicker than I needed to. So, how's everybody doing? I guess my audio is okay now. Let me know for sure. I need to, let's see. Okay, good. Thank you. So, hopefully, as I'm walking away, you can still hear me as I come out here by the printer. Going on a pedestal on the certified anti-slip material. So I've got a couple of 36-inch and a couple of 48-inch ones that we've got to print. And actually, these are simple. They just want them black. Okay, no problem. We'll print some. We'll print 3 black ones for you. Let's see. Is there a way? I'm trying to remember if there's an easy way for me to put the link to the live out there. Community, no. Link, no. No. I can't seem to find it. That's what I get. I don't use this very often, this particular tool, because I haven't been doing my lives this way. I've been doing them on my phone, which is a little too basic, but you know, it is what it is. Let me do this. All right, so let's see. Here we go. All right. So I'm glad it's working for you guys. Thank you very much. So, anyhow, I just figured I'd jump on just because I had some time in the office in here where I didn't have to focus quite so hard. We've been working on a lot of estimates, doing a lot of production, um, but I've got a little bit of a period where I can kind of do some work in here without having to concentrate 100%. So I figured I'd jump on and do a little bit of a live. We do have some embroidery to knock out. We just finished 50 more of those aluminum composite signs that I've got to get shipped out. So I picked up all the cardboard, cut that all down yesterday, picked up the 4 foot by 8 foot 1 inch foam today. I've got to go out there and cut all that down to 2x2s to pack these signs. I have enough strapping to do the strapping of the packaging and then the embroidery job, and then I've got another truck wrap that we've got to finish getting ready and get that in the queue too. But right this moment, I'm okay. So I'm just getting some printing done and a little bit of design time in here. So I figured jump on, see if anybody had anything good that they wanted to talk about, ask questions, etc. I'm gonna go check on that print real quick. Yeah, once it gets to this point, I like to, this stuff is really, so I like to cut it off, not try and get it on the take-up roll. Let me go run this out. You may lose my audio because I am going to go out to the other end. So if so, I'll be right back. And I can always bring up a camera out there later. It's kind of dark out there. You'll see that that camera, oh no, I don't have that one on right now. Um, let me see. That camera is just not quite, yeah, here you can kind of see. So that's the post-production table out there, which I just put the print on, but the camera's a little wonky out there right now. You can kind of see some static lines shooting through it. So that camera's not ideal at the moment. That one probably needs to be replaced. It's an old camera. Let me bounce back over to this one. There we go. Yeah, come on, guys. So what are you guys up to besides just hanging out? Or is that it? All good is all good. Actually, I've got somebody had a question about something in Flexi, but I don't see them on right now. Hey JP, how long have I been in business? As NovoWorks, we've been around since 2008. Prior to that, I had a couple different companies, one of which was Mobile Image, where we did custom graphics for websites and car clubs. Started that in 1999, and that kind of ran up through 07, and then I relaunched as a new company, NovoWorks, in 2008, when we brought all the full color stuff in-house, started doing wraps and all that stuff. So does that answer your question? Trying to move the screen so that I'm not looking away from the camera. So yeah, and we do a mix of things. So right now, like I said, I've got, one of the things I was spending a couple hours on earlier was working on more quotes for some wall murals for another big church that we're doing work for. It's kind of tricky to estimate because of the way that the design is being done, but so it took more than just a quick estimate. It took a while. So I sent that quote over to them, got that done, got some other design work done, got some other printing done, picked up the foam that I need for that packaging that we have to do for one of our customers that we're shipping 25, we're shipping out 50 signs to 25 different, not 50 to each location, but 50 total signs, 2 signs to each location. And we're doing all the packaging and everything. And so those all get basically custom 1-inch foam sandwich around the sign to protect them. And then we wrap high density cardboard around them in 2 directions. And then we use strapping so that there's pretty much no chance of damaging the sign unless something like a forklift falls on it. But it takes quite a while, so we're charging them for just the packaging side. But this is a batch 3. So we had 3 batches that we had to do. This is the last batch. Although I do have a couple more follow-up signs to do for them too, and then finish printing the vehicle wrap that also I got to pull off and laminate, get that going, and then a couple other regular projects, and like I said, some more embroidery too. Laser stuff I got taken care of. That's pretty much done. What city am I in? We're in Allen, Texas, which is just outside of Dallas. You talking about like ACM, like aluminum composite? Is that what you're referring to? I'm not sure about the C-bond. If you're talking about aluminum composite, we usually use our FSC to cut that. If it's just straight cuts, that's how I cut down all the ACM that we're using for all these signs on both sides, and has foam. Yeah, it's probably similar. It's not foam. This isn't foam. This is a PVC core. So aluminum facing on both sides, and then a PVC core. There is a foam version. I can't remember what that stuff's called. I've never used it. There's also a coroplast version where it's like the corrugated plastic with aluminum on both faces. We have used that. That's pretty cool. It's nice and lightweight, good for building signage. Um, but yeah, this stuff is ACM. Like I said, in the ACM, I cut on our FSC cutter. I've got a YouTube video on the FSC if you want to go back to my channel and search that too. I've got I think two videos on that. One is the initial review and when we got it, and then a second is when we did a couple of upgrades on it because ours was like one of the early generations. Okay, yeah, it's probably black. If it's black, it's probably PVC. So, you know, if that's it, that's ACM, aluminum composite. Probably 3 millimeter. Could be thicker, but that's pretty standard is 3 mil. And yeah, the FSC cuts that fantastic. So yeah, like I said, watch my video on that. You can see just how great it cuts ACM. We used to cut that stuff on a table saw, and you had to file the edges, and it made dust or not dust, but it made the little plastic particles everywhere. Got stuck on everything with static. FSC cuts it beautiful. Nothing. It's great. So that's how we would do standard cuts. So like straight cuts, etc. Now, if you're doing custom shapes and stuff like that, then you're talking about using something like a CNC, use a router, which we haven't really done much custom shaped ACM, but I have done custom shaped coroplast, ultra board, HDU, acrylic, and of course wood, all on the router. All right, so that one finished. So let me go in there and push that one forward a little bit, and then we'll start on the 48-inch one that also has to get printed. It's just interesting that they're doing just black, but, we're getting paid the same either way, so that's fine. Okay, so let's do the black one. Move that over, black, 48-inch, okay. Sorry, just got a text from another customer about something. All right, just verifying we were using a gloss lamb on the job that we're doing for them versus a matte. So yeah, what are you doing with the ACM that you have? Do you need to cut it, or are you just asking in general? Yeah, because like on that stuff, we buy pretty much all our sheets we buy pretty much 4x8 on everything. I mean, unless we have to buy something bigger. Like I've got a pan sign we're gonna have to do that's gonna be a 9 foot by 3.5 foot finish size, so that'll be a 10 foot by 3 foot, or I'm sorry, 10 foot by 4 foot piece of brushed aluminum for that. But in general, it's all 4 foot by 8 foot sheets, and then we just cut it down to what we need, even acrylic. Of course, acrylic, you can only cut the thinner stuff 1/4 inch or less on the FSC, and that's pretty much just like we cut glass, you can score it and then snap it. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times you'll just get one of the plastics. It's just either a plastic like an ABS, or PVC. Um, PVC by itself scratches pretty good though. Though it's just not really an ideal finish side. But if you get the aluminum composite, then you've got the aluminum. It's basically like a sandwich, right? You got the aluminum on both sides and then the PVC in the center. So you get the benefit of, the aluminum finishes, but you get the strength and density with the PVC and more rigid and cheaper than a big thick sheet of aluminum. Question, can you print from a label printer an E7500 Affinia onto regular vinyl? You know what? I don't have that answer just because I do not use any label printers. We don't have the 7500 or Affinia, so I can't answer that. I would think not, since they're resin printers, right? Or I forget what type of ink they use. Um, So I can't say that for sure. I would think it might not stick well. Let me take a look at something real quick for you. Yeah, because I want to say that 7500 is basically, let's see, where is it? Yeah, I want to say no. I think you'd need the right receptive material for that. You're kind of proud of those things too, actually, but well, not so much the label stock, but yeah, I don't see any details on the Affinia being much different. It really doesn't give you much detail on the nature of the ink other than the fact that it's only using 250 milliliter cartridges. What's up, Leonardo? There he is. How you doing, man? What are you up to? Oh, I gotta go cut that thing off. Let me like I said, this is that rigid floor material, the certified anti-slip, so it kind of holds its shape pretty well and it's pretty thick. So I don't like to put it on a take-up reel, especially when I've got, I think my take-up reel right now is filled with a truck wrap, so I'll just come on. Which that one's going to be fun to ship, actually. I just thought of that. I'm going to need to get a bigger box because normally I use my 24-inch boxes and sometimes I'll just double them up together, but this 48-inch, I really need like a 48 by 6 by 6 box rather than using my 4-inch boxes because this stuff I got to ship 3 of the, or yeah, I got to ship 3 of these rolled up, so. Oh, I just realized I don't even have my, I'm on the wrong view. Let me go back to, here we go. Sorry, I didn't realize I was in the wrong spot. So yeah, so what else is going on with you guys? Leonardo, you especially? You've been busy, got more equipment coming? I still keep, I'm like right on the edge of pulling the trigger on getting a new fiber laser, and I've been talking about it for forever, and I got serious about it in like late November and thought I'd order it before the end of the year. And I decided, nah, I'm not going to do it. But then all of a sudden the demand popped up again, and now I'm back to probably pulling a trigger soon. We shall see. It's one thing about having a big screen. I'm looking all over the place. Thought I had. Bounce back over to the big screen. It's kind of funny because now I'm having to look around the camera, which is like right here, but my screen's goes like it's behind the camera, so I guess I could do a stream thing. Here you go. Scan the barcode. It's an NFC also, so. What? No comment from Leonardo? All right, fine, be that way. I'll keep bouncing around. So yeah, so that is mostly what's up. Printing 3 certified anti-slip textured floor graphics, which is all just black. And then queuing up some jobs out there. So we've got a few contour cut graphics we've got to laminate and cut. Got that all those sheets of 1-inch foam that have to get all cut down to 24-inch pieces, 24 by 24s for packing. And then we've got to, let's see, laminate that. Oh, and I got to try and maybe laminate the truck wrap that I printed yesterday. Still haven't gotten that laminated and trimmed down. And then we've got to embroider some caps for another customer, which I'm still waiting on an answer from one of the customers on that. But actually, here's my answer. Let's see. Okay, yep, we're good to go on that. So I need to get that. I need to finish digitizing that. And then we'll be good to go. Okay. So my headphone was dead. So you couldn't hear or you couldn't talk or both? Now you need to do both. Talk back. Let me know what's going on with you over there. Anti-slip, no, yes, correct. Anti-slip, no lamination, right? So this stuff I don't have to laminate. You just need to make sure it cures out pretty well before you stick anything on top of it because it'll scratch. So I usually try and let that cure up pretty well before I pack it, roll it up. And I've got quite a bit of it right now, so that's a good thing. I ended up buying an extra roll because one of the distributors had stocked up on a ton of it late COVID and offered it for basically like a fifth of the normal price, which is insane. So I bought 2 rolls, and I've gone through about half of 1 roll, and so yeah, so I'm able to offer the anti-slip a little bit cheaper for now. So we've been doing a bit more of it. Oh, you're at the airport? You working or are you waiting on a flight? And if you're waiting on a flight, where are you going? Whoops. I had to spec out a bunch of wall murals this morning since you probably missed that part of the conversation. Let me see if I can find that. Hang on. Boink. There we go. Let me go. Yeah, so we've got a bunch of murals. So we've been working on putting the estimates together for all these walls. By the way, the pink is not really pink in these. This is a block, so I could determine the best use of the material. So, but you get the general idea. It's a lot of walls, and that's only one section. Then we've got another section over here, and this is a 20-foot tall wall over here. These are all 20-foot tall. It's like an indoor play area for the kids area. And then this, let's see. This has actually got, this is in the area where we've already done the graphics. Like this area right here is already wrapped. It's a curved wall that we did, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago for them now. And then they've got a little step and repeat section of the wall for pictures, another big section here. Yeah, so it's a good amount of wall murals. So that's what I had to work on this morning, getting pricing put together. Flight, 50,000 business, 50,000. That's only 50 orders. That's not bad. I'll just send that stuff out, but where you got to fly to? I'm assuming it's a short flight. All right, so that print looks like it is done. One order for business cards. Cool. So is that 50, you doing like 1,000 per person, like 50 sets, or are you doing like more sets than that? Gotcha. I'm gonna go cut this one off and throw it out there in the on the table. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna let this sit on here for a little bit since it's so big. Let it set up out inside since I don't have another print job to do right away. $1,000 tickets, 2 sets, 25K each. Oh, only 2 sets. Interesting. 25,000 cards in a set, like one person. That's a lot of cards for one person. And heck, now I don't know. I'd probably say half the time somebody, if they're talking to me, they just scan my NFC code on my phone and automatically bring up my business card, or they can scan the QR code that's also on there and bring up my business card. And that way they've got it in their phone right away without having to enter anything. But yeah, I mean, we still hand out regular business cards too. There's T-Town. What's going on, man? What's cooking? Just doing some stuff here in the office. I was printing, just that certified anti-slip stuff just finished. So I'm letting that set up a minute because I don't have to print another one right away or anything right away. So, and then working on some design. One person, 25,000. Man, what the heck? Is he giving out that dang many cards? That just seems crazy to me. I mean, shoot, 1,000 cards last me years. And I give a fair amount out. Of course, like I said, a lot of people now do the electronic thing, either scan the QR or the NFC. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Interesting. That might be a little different. I was going to say, because I mean, we do a fair amount of cards for a couple car dealers, And on the back of the cards for the dealership, like each salesperson or each person there on the back, there's like, it looks like a check, and it's a referral check. So they can write, if they give that card to somebody else that buys from them, then they get a referral check for, I don't remember how much it was, but they get a check basically as a referrer. Ah, very cool. Cool, T-Town. Yeah, I've got to embroider. I think we're gonna do all the caps that we have, which I believe is 24. We're waiting on more to come in. Let me double check that though, but I'm pretty sure that that's what we're gonna do. They decided. Let's see. Yeah, we were originally gonna do 6 of each, but they ordered 12 of each because they're the new. I haven't even seen them through the regular distributors, so I don't know where you can get them. I've seen them in Canada, but these are the Richardson PTS 30s. You might do a look on those, but it's a PTS 30. So it's a lightweight, form-fitted cap, but it's still got a pretty heavy front, but it's the breathable, sweatable kind. Pretty cool cap. Anyhow, so since they get them, you have to order them in sizes, right? Small, medium, large, etc. So they wanted 6 of each, but they ended up ordering extras. So they ended up getting 12 of each, but they only got the medium and the larges right now. So I have the medium and the larges. They forwarded them on to me. I'm still waiting on the smalls. So he said just go ahead and embroider them all. So which that works for me, I guess. Sorry, looking at something real quick. Interesting. Man, all these guys that are doing this cheap digitizing. I mean, you wonder if any of them are actually any decent, but they're half the price of what I pay normally. But is it worth is it worth saving $10? I don't know. It's hard to say. Leonardo, it's hard to say. I mean, honestly, if I were to do that over again, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Um, as much money and space and everything else that I've got in it, embroidery is just a pain in the butt. Um, and if I really made it my main focus, I'd probably say otherwise. But if I had made it my main focus, I probably wouldn't have gotten a 2 head. I probably would have a 6 head. But um, it barely pays for itself to exist. So it's just not a big money maker. There's other things that we do that make a lot more money that I'd rather put time into. So now, if I stuck with flats and I kept it busy, I'd be a lot more content. I mean, if I just did mostly shirts and did them all the time, I'd be a lot more content with that. But the amount of time that it takes and the deals, is the issues you run into doing caps, yeah, not so much. Oh, are you? Okay. That's not bad. I mean, I still do a fair amount of the digitizing of my stuff myself, but certain stuff I just, especially on the cap side, I know a couple of guys that I use that are just really good, and if I have any stitch out issues, they'll adjust it until it's just right. Um, and it's just worth spending the 20 something bucks and letting them do it sometimes, especially when I'm busy with other things. So cost on what? On the caps or what? I don't have a price on the caps. I didn't buy them. The customer, who is actually another wholesale guy, he's another print shop. He actually provided the caps and shipped them to me, so I didn't pay anything for them. They were shipped to me to embroider. I had heard that they were around $10. Yeah, and that's the way it is for me, Leonardo. So I mean, there's periods where I keep busy with that, but again, if I've got if I've got wrap work or I've got other more cost, wall murals or floors or all the other things that we make a lot more money on, I'd rather be doing those than doing the embroidery. Embroidery is a good for time filling when needed, but that's not always the way it works for me. So, oops, you say Cap America? Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. I forgot the model. Hang on, let me look. PTS 30. So it's a Richardson PTS 30. So it looks like Epic Sports has them, which they're not really a wholesale guy, but they're selling blanks for 950. Um, but like if I looked on like the normal wholesale spots that I'd get it, couldn't find it. I think you got to get them direct from Richardson actually, but I'm not sure about that. So, and I don't buy enough to buy direct. So, and of course Richardson listed as a $30 MSRP. I have seen actually SNS Activewear has them, but only in Canada, which is bizarre. They don't have it in the U.S. Signs, yes. I mean, signs come and go for us too, but yeah, they work great. I mean, on those ones that I'm finishing up right now, it's our third batch of aluminum composite 2 foot by 2 foot signs. We're doing 150 signs for them. We've got to ship them to 75 locations, which is adding up to time. Yeah, we've used FlexFits ourselves. Not familiar with that particular one, but they really wanted these Richardsons. So, like, you provide them, we'll do them. Oh, okay, Cap America. Okay, yeah. So those are a little bit similar. They seem pricey too, though. So I don't know. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, if you're farming it out, then you're good. $10. Yeah, it's still pricey. Yeah, that still can get pricey. I wonder if let's see. Man, I don't have. Oh, how funny. So I did have. That's okay. But yeah, um, so I sent this particular job out for digitizing just because I just don't have the time right now. Plus, they've got it done kind of weird. They're doing like the logo itself. I was debating changing it, but it's got a white outline around it that doesn't overlap the main part of the graphic. So that can sometimes present some issues, especially when you're doing a hat. So I'm like, you know what? It's not worth me dealing with this. I don't have the time right now. I'll just send it out. So I'll let them digitize it for me. Where's the, oh, there it is. It's just such a pain when I'm dragging screens around. um, let me see here. And there goes the phone. Give me 1 second, guys. Hey, all right, sorry guys. I forgot I was supposed to go by a customer's. They've got some more stuff that I got to do for them, including another backdrop or two. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, like I said, a lot of stuff I'll digitize myself, just certain designs. I look at them and I'm like, you know what? I know this is going on a cap, or I know this is going to be a problem, and I'll just send it out to the guys that I trust. So, like I said, you're passing that cost on anyhow. So, even if I don't really mark it up, which I don't mind. All right, so where were we? I was here. Let's see. Oh yeah, check this one out. So this is a elementary school that this is some windows. So this is double doors right here with the windows on the doors going into the main office area from the reception hall or the entry hall, and then the side windows. So this is the art that they sent me to price out. So we're gonna do window perf on this. Pretty simple. Um, this is the same school district that we've done quite a bit of work for, including we did that whole weight room in the etched vinyl, etched glass. Trying to remember what else I've got in the queue. They have this truck wrap, which is what's on the printer actually right now. Well, it looks like I may need to cut this short because I've got to go run to that customer's and give them a quote real quick, and then I've got somebody coming by here not much after, so I got some running around to do at the moment. So I am going to say hola later for now, and get back to that stuff. That's weird. Why is that not working? Hang on 1 second here. Customer cleanup. Interesting. No big deal. Okay, sorry guys. um, yeah. So anyhow, so I've got to run right now, but I might jump on and do another live later. We'll see. But I appreciate you guys hanging out. And you know, give me the like, subscribe, of course, for some of you that aren't. I think all of you are, but like, you know, that's always helpful. So anyhow, I will be on Discord later, and like I said, I may do another live later. So hope you guys have a great one, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye bye.